I have a chutney making masterclass lined up for you this week, and I know I've promised this for a really long time and I wanted to do it properly and I wanted to make it extra special for you. So instead of just sharing 1 or 2 recipes, I've gone the whole hog and prepared 4 different chutney recipes for you, and these are the ones that I rely on whenever I am making bhajiya or vada or chaats, and they are so versatile and you can make them in any combination that you like. You don't have to make all of them in one go, but I thought I would share all of my favourite chutney recipes with you this week. Jaggery is really good for adding a little bit of sweetness, so I like to pair all of my spicy chutneys with a little bit of sugar, jaggery, which is called gourd, which will allow those flavours to kind of shine a little bit more and also just balance everything out a little bit, because there's nothing worse than having a chutney that is just hot, 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 and then there's no other kind of level of flavour. And some of the chilies, like in the red chili chutney as well, lemon is your best friend when it comes to making a really good chutney, because again that is going to help balance all of those flavors so that you have something at the end which is hot, sweet, sour, and just completely delicious. Let's start by making the old classic green coriander and mint chutney. Check the description box for links to all of these chutney recipes. Start by placing fresh coriander, including the stalks, in a blender jar. Add some fresh mint leaves and some cashews which have been soaked in hot water for about 30 minutes. The soaked cashews will give our green chutney a smooth and creamy consistency. Throw in a peeled clove of garlic, some hot green chilies. You can adjust the amount of chili in this recipe according to your taste. Season with salt, a touch of sugar to balance out the chili heat, some fresh lemon juice, and a touch of ice cold water to keep this chutney super green. Blend this up, stopping halfway to give the sides of the jar a bit of a mix to make sure that everything is getting some blade time. If it feels like it's too thick, then add a splash more cold water and give it another blend. Your green coriander and mint chutney is now ready to serve. You can refrigerate it in an airtight container for up to 3 days. Now let's make an atomic red chili chutney. This one is for all you chili heads. Add some roughly chopped pieces of red onion to a blender jar. Some roughly chopped mild red chilies. These are for flavour. These small red chilies are mainly for heat, so adjust them according to your taste. Next in are some raw peanuts. I don't bother peeling them, but you can if you like. Some jaggery, also known as gourd, will balance that chili heat. If you can't get your hands on jaggery, then use some brown sugar or palm sugar. Some toasted cumin seeds, a splash of lemon juice, some water just to make sure that this blends up really nicely. Remember that the onions have water in them too, so don't add too much. Season with salt and blend until you have a smooth paste. This red chili chutney is now ready to serve. It's perfect for dipping and pairs perfectly with your favourite chaat. Now for something mild and fruity, a mango, lime and coconut chutney. Start by heating full fat coconut milk in a saucepan. Add some roughly chopped pieces of dried mango. I'm using the unsweetened kind. 1 peeled clove of garlic, some ground turmeric. Fresh turmeric is amazing in this, so if you can get your hands on it, I definitely recommend using it. Some ground black pepper, some diced pieces of peeled semi-ripe mango, lime zest, salt, cover the pan and simmer for about 10 minutes until everything is soft and mushy. Allow this mixture to cool. Blitz the mixture until you have a smooth and creamy consistency. Add some water if you feel like you need to adjust it a bit. The last thing we need to do is stir in some very finely chopped red onion. This is a super mild and sweet chutney, so if you don't like heat too much, then this one's for you. Kids will love it too. Use it as a dip or a marinade. Finally, let's make a mouth-wateringly good sweet and sour tamarind and date chutney. Start by grinding up some fresh fennel seeds. Fennel seeds are what give any tamarind chutney its signature flavour. In a large pan, add some tamarind pulp. I'm using the kind with seeds, but to make things a bit easier, you can use the one that's already had the seeds removed. Add some dates. You can use pitted or unpitted. Some salt and lots of hot water. Give this all a really good stir and bring it to the boil. Cover the pan with a lid and cook it for a good 20 minutes. You'll know it's cooked when everything is soft and mushy, just like this. Add in the freshly ground fennel seeds and some red chilli powder. Mix everything really well and adjust the consistency if you need to. We'll be passing this mixture through a sieve, so it needs to be fairly runny. Pile the cooked dates and tamarind mixture into a sieve and press it through using the back of a spoon. If you're using seedless tamarind pulp and pitted dates, this job will be much easier for you. Add a splash more water if at any point the mixture feels too thick to pass through the sieve. Discard the pits, seeds and skins. The final step is to check the consistency and seasoning of the chutney. I'd like my chutney to be a little bit thinner, so I'm going to go ahead and add some more water. Add more salt and a touch of sugar if you feel like your chutney needs it. This tamarind and date chutney is a delicious topping for any chaat, or it can be used as a dip for bhajia.